bless one. Each one bless one. Each one bless one. God bless you. Each one bless one. You make a difference. Each one bless one, and you make a difference. Please subscribe. Please hit the bell notification. Leave comments, positive. Don't leave any negative comments. Well, if you must. And anyway, do those things. I appreciate it. God bless you. I'm Brother James Anthony Allen. Okay, Brother James, Brother Anthony. Each1bless1.com website. I don't know if I turn on eblessings.net or not. I'll have to turn that stuff on. Trying to build up the website, trying to get energy to get things done. I have finally got, I've been struggling for months now, and for a week, 2 weeks for sure, to get things done around the house. But anyway, I've got some choline. I plan to bring and show it to you, a bottle of choline, choline, that's amino acid, and it gets you energetic. It gives you, makes you assertive, makes you get stuff done. Okay, it makes you get around to things you need to get around to. The only problem is it makes you more assertive, make you on edge, i.e. you get stuff done, but you ain't got time for mess from people. You cut them off, you short, and that's choline. And if I take choline, don't eat, get hungry, because I get real grouchy when I get hungry. And if I don't take my medicine, which I hadn't taken, on today, just remember that. It'll make me sluggish once I do. That's why I'm not as sluggish now. I hadn't taken it. And if I'm tired, sleepy tired, if you catch me like that, I'm going to give you a really hard time. And I try to stay away from people when I realize I'm like that, because I'll give you a really difficult time of it. Okay, with all that said, this is Fed Up number 29. The other one is 28. I'll have to change that. I'm going to talk about a number of things, and I guess some of you aren't going to like it and aren't going to want to hear it, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. Okay. All right. Roxborough, North Carolina. Okay. If you look at the map of North Carolina, I'm in Vance County, and then you got Person County. No, Vance County, Granville, Person, whatever. Roxborough is in Person County. Person County, for those who don't know it, is Klan territory. First of all, you have to know that North Carolina was a Confederate state. Okay, this is what I received this morning. Okay, while I was watching TV, the morning show had a breaking news story, and the news story was that the state's biggest revenue producer, the state fair, and the oldest venue, the state fair, was canceled this year. Okay, and this guy said, the families associated with the state fair, we've been doing this ever since the beginning, blah, 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 blah. In my mind, I went, old Confederate family, Confederate business, long time ago, associated with the state fair, and that same family and that tradition of the state fair in that family continued until today. So that family who started a long time ago, probably when there was slavery going on, they are now doing the state fair. That's a tradition. That's a family tradition from a racist group of people, okay? And I'm not saying that state fair people, they're racist. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying they are in a biased state with a biased family that had slaves and dealt with a slave economy, okay? That stuff doesn't go away. That's in your psyche. And plus, the mothers and parents teach the children how to be negative players in the game of life. They don't teach them the love thing. They teach them the hate thing. So I picked that up. The Lord allowed me to see that tradition. I'm like, oh my goodness. So now all these different traditions, Southern states, Western states, Eastern states, Northern states, other countries, all these traditions, evil traditions that have grown and continue to go and go and go, prosper and prosper. It always takes money for these things to grow. Even ideologies ideologies take money, money. So follow the money. You can see what's going on. All right. So Roxborough, Person County, Klan territory, known Klan territories. I'm in the country. I'm from Henderson. I'm a country guy, but I didn't know I was a country when I was growing up. But I'm country. I don't look like country, don't act like country, but I'm country. Okay. I finally realized that, I guess, when I was in Europe, that I was a country guy. Okay. So country people around here know what black country people know where Klan territory is because they stay away from it. Okay. When I was growing up, we knew where to stay away from, areas in the neighborhoods to stay away from. When we were black as a family, you had to know where to stop when you're going from Henderson, North Carolina to Washington, D.C. You had to know where to stop so you wouldn't get beat up or harassed or whatever or hung. Okay? When I was growing up, and it ain't changed that much today. 60 years, 65 years. It ain't changed. That's why I say nonviolence, forget about it. Nonviolence, forget about it. Why? Because the military doesn't use nonviolence, forget about it. The police doesn't use nonviolence, forget about it. Who tries to get something done with knucklehead people don't use violence? Okay, that's one thing. So Roxborough, they knew they had a Klan as a police chief. They know they got Klan as judges. They know they got Klan. We know this. The federal government knows this. Because all you gotta do is pick up the phone and say, hey, this guy's a Klan. They check the money. Check the money. They know they're Klan because the University of North Carolina gave the Klan all kind of money when they were dealing with those statues. Now, whether they took that money back or not, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure they spent a lot of it. Follow that money. Now, this is not BS, I'm telling you. This is real life, real stuff going on today in North Carolina, in Roxborough. So the guy's walking down the street with a sawed-off shotgun. Well, that's, questionable. But the question is, why is everybody else that's white can carry a gun anywhere? Huh? With permit or no permit? I don't give who knows if they got a permit. But they can walk around, don't get stopped, nothing. This guy's walking around. In small towns like this, you got Rottweilers, pit bulls, and stuff like that that can be loose anytime. You got white people running over black people. You got white people trying to hit black people with bicycles or motorcycles. That's why kids out of high school are arming themselves. Up here. Yeah. Phew. That's Roxborough. So they're protesting up there. They got a curfew going on up there. And this is a linchpin into this thing. The protests, you all need to stop the protests. Get out of the street until after the election. What you got, 97 days, 96 days? Get out of the street, stop protesting. Okay? Because if you continue to protest, you're moving into you're already in the plans of Trump for his reelection. What am I talking about? Check out one of my other videos. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the issue of him putting people in the streets to cause trouble, and then he's going to pull out the federal troops and go beat them up, and then he's going to say, oh, martial law, we can't have an election. Okay. And the other problem is when we do have an election, he's going to say, oh, I don't concede. I should have won. There's a problem. I ain't going nowhere. Neo-Nazis, you Klan folk, come up here with your guns and protect the White House. Keep these knickknacks and all these liberal Democrats out of here. So that means the National Guard, the U.S. Army, U.S. Navy, y'all need to get ready for this. Because should this happen, that's when the ones who are in uniform that are cowards, who are acting like they're one of us, patriots, they're going to turn on you and they're going to shoot you in the head, point blank. You're going to say, dang. Then the other person going to say, why did you do that? Boom, they get one too. It's going to be so quick. And it can be not just a gun, it can be a grenade or a bigger device. So y'all got to think about it. Neutron bomb in Pentagon, boom. Military leadership gone. Now, who can push out a neutron bomb? Trump can, and his cronies who can. I won't go into missing weaponry that you all don't know about. This have gone missing over the years. Okay, let's get off of that one. COVID-19. It's not going anywhere. Okay, anytime soon. It's with us. I can tell you the vaccines are going to cause all kind of havoc. I don't know which ones, more than one, but it's going to have some issues. It's going to kill a lot of people real quickly. All right. I don't know which ones it is, but it's going to be more than one. I'm receiving this. Two, COVID-19. Don't send the children to school. Okay, this is why. Who was that? A politician, commercial here, Kyle Cunningham. I was burping, excuse me for that. He says America is in a test. We got a test going on. Okay. Let me tell you all this. Let me turn off this AC. I guess that's better. Let me tell you this. America is in a test. Absolutely. This communication to you is spiritual. It's about spirituality, spiritual. This is the perspective I'm coming from is spiritual. If I don't say that, let me just say it, and you all have to know. This is from a spiritual perspective, not a worldly perspective, carnal perspective, capitalist, no, spiritual. So Cunningham says, yeah, and he's a good guy. He says America's being tested, and we are being tested. Let me share this with you so you'll know. You and I know that parents have abdicated their responsibility as parents and tried to give that responsibility and continue to try to give that responsibility to the teachers so the teachers can raise their children. Well, that's not good. But the problem is the capitalists, the 1%, they're keeping people in positions where they can't make enough money to pay all their bills, so they have to work 2 jobs. Or if they can't make enough money to pay all their bills, a woman got to get a guy to move in with them, or a girl, or somebody's got to move in with them. Okay. So you're creating all of this loss of money and loss of time, loss of work. You send the kids to school, okay, and what happens is that they may be sick. They may not be sick. They may be carriers. It may be on their clothes or the bottom of their shoes. Who knows where it could be, okay? But in any event, people get sick. And once people get sick, then they have to say, all right, we got to shut it down and do something different. And they're going to shut it down. So what's going to happen, just like everybody want to open up, shut down. So the spiritual test is, one, children, parents, you got to teach your children. Parents say, oh, I don't want to teach my children. I'm going to teach. They got a teacher over there. Oh. This is what I received when I was sharing this with someone else. Parents, you are teachers. That's what parenting is teaching. Okay. Parenting is teaching. Okay. So teach on, parents. Now, the issue with internet connectivity and hardware and all that, software and all that, the states can provide that. The states can provide that. And the richest people in the North Carolina, okay, I watch this guy's video. I can't even tell you the guy's name. In any event, he, what is it? Capitalist socialism. Guy from India. Okay. Good concept. People who make $1 billion, that should be the cap. Once you hit $1 billion, that other money goes into social media, goes into the people. Goes back to people, to the public, Joe Public. That's where it goes. Mr. and Mrs. Joe Public, Jim Public, Anthony Public, James, whoever. Okay, that's where that money goes. That's what needs to happen. Okay, so America's being tested. I'm getting too hot up here. America's being tested. And teachers got to teach. No, parents, you got to parent. Okay, Abdicating your responsibility as parents to teachers, parent. Okay. You got to go home. I mean, you got to go to work, parents. Well, first of all, the state or rich people, rich corporations, the ones making the most money, who not paying their taxes, just got paid all this money. They need to pay for the connectivity, the internet, all of this stuff. There is money when there is a need for money for white people, white children, white women. Their money comes out of butthole. Hear me? So bring that money out of the butthole. Okay, that was so test. That's one of the tests. Another of the test is hedonistic or greedy and selfishness versus life and health. Spiritual choice. I want to work and eat and have the good stuff I see on TV, or I got to take the risk of getting COVID and dying and or infecting my children and grandparents and choices. And this is a spiritual choice. Money, yeah, I know you got to work, but money is the territory and evil of Mammon, son of Satan. Money. Didn't know that, did you? So money is a kingdom, not a positive kingdom. It's a negative kingdom, money. That's why Jesus didn't want to touch the money, because he knows what's associated with money. Germs, for one thing, germs and disease, but greed, avarice, so many evil things. Okay. The love of money is the root of all evil. Yeah. And once you get that money, you love it. And it's the root of all evil for you. Now, speaking of money, this is the other big thing. Corporations have gotten 12 trillion or thereabouts from the federal government, from federal government, and the Fed printed this money, had this money printed. They don't print money. They issue the money, and the directive to issue the money goes to the Bureau of Engraving, and they print it. And a note, when I was working at the Federal Reserve Bank, when they came out with the new, when we came out with the new $100 bill, the next day the Chinese had one. And the Fed knew it. And they were pumping them out like this. And they showed us the Chinese dollar, $100 bill. Anyway, all I have to say is this. Money is going to become so much valueless. Okay. And we are in an extremely bad place economically. Extremely bad place economically. And what needs to happen is everybody needs to wear a mask for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Then look at the numbers. Okay, they're going to drop like a rock. Things are going to look much, much better. But if we keep pushing, trying to, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. And this is a problem, people. You're thinking old people and black people of color are going to be dying. That's what's going on now. But this is a mutating virus, and I don't believe it's natural. It's mutated. And so therefore, what's going to happen is it's going to get into a hospital emergency room or whatever, where they got all these COVID people and all that. It's in the air, and it's going to mutate. And then it's going to kill a different group of people. It's going to be doing just 2 groups of people. Then bing, it's going to be 3 groups of people getting eat up by this virus. Needlessly. Didn't need to happen this way. Okay. Because of greed, we outsourced all of the medical equipment that we needed during this time outside of the United States. Yeah, that's what we did. And had the Chinese and other folk make it. Then when the Chinese got the virus, they're like, we got to hold all this together, hold all these medical products because we're going to need them. When everybody else started requesting them, they're like, hey, we need them. And Americans like, oh, no, they're making them. And then the hospitals start and states start competing with each other to buy stuff we make that's sent overseas. And they sent what, $35 million worth of stuff. Anyway, uh, anyway, I'm trying to get to this point, and this point is this: $12 trillion. $12 trillion. This guy says from India, social capitalism. He says, let me tell you what you can do with $12 trillion. $12 trillion. He said, that's a lot of money. And most of the money went to businesses. He said, let me tell you what happens to $12 trillion. With $12 trillion, you can pay for the wages for every person in America for a year. You can pay the wages for every person in America for a year. And you can pay the college tuition costs for the student debt. You can pay off the student debt for every student in college. And you'll still have $5 trillion left. $5 trillion left. Yeah. Isn't that amazing? Amazing. That's amazing. It's awful because that's a whole nother video on that. I'll have to put you in touch with the videos. Check out my blog, my vlog. Check that out because that's where I put the videos that I watch so you can see which videos I watch. I watch all kinds of videos for all kinds of reasons, including you all. I watch all kinds of videos for all kinds of reasons. All right, so when I was telling someone this today, I realized that the 1% realize how bad the economy is, how bad a shape the economy is in. Now, Trump and his cronies don't because they're focused on the election. But the 1% who focus on money, they know how bad it is. So what they have to do is they have to fix this. They got to get it fixed. Otherwise, the world's going to be turned upside down. Right now, the bottom's world is upside down. And in this world is turned upside down. And it's that turned upside down effect is going on up. And they're going to keep it from going all the way up to the top. I can guarantee it ain't going all the way to the top. Something's going to happen. But I don't know. There's 2 or 3 somethings that are going to happen in the next 12 months. Big things that's going to shift and change our direction as a country in the world. I just got that. All right. Okay, what else was I? Okay, Rock Sparrow. There's so much going on when I watch TV. I watch newscasters wearing gray, trying to say they with whatever. President Trump comes in town. Pence comes in town. They pump into Carolina because they want Carolina to help him win the election. Okay, 2 things that I'm gonna close. I think 2 things. Let's see if I can get to it. One is the one I was gonna tell you was that. Let me give you this one first. Let's see. Trump has realized how bad. Trump thinks the population has realized how much he has screwed them. Okay. He thinks the population knows how bad he screwed. The population, the average American citizen, has no idea how Trump is screwing them. Myself and older Americans, they watch TV and watch what's going on, the news and all that stuff. But if you were working, like I was working last year, year before, whatever, you don't have time to sit down and watch the news and analyze the news. You're just getting the snippets. You're just getting this little bit right here. I got all this, but you just getting this little bit up here. That's all you got time to see. And you don't really have that much time to process it. You're processing it while you're doing something else. And you're letting it go because tomorrow you got this next thing on the line that's going to happen. And you got to get this paperwork out. And while you're doing that, this 1% up here, they're dropping their pants and they're screwing the heck out of you. That's what's going on. And he thinks that you all know how he's screwing us. Not just black people. I'm talking about Americans. Okay. Y'all don't know. You will know. You will know in a few months. You will know by spring. I guarantee it. It's going to be so chaotic out here. Yeah. So he thinks people are screwing people. He thinks people know how bad he's screwing. They don't. So he's putting these federal troops out. Not just his main agenda is to declare martial law by election time by putting these troops out there on one side and his anarchists on the other side, and they starting stuff and martial law. So rioters, demonstrators, get out the street. 96 days. Just out the street for 90 days, okay? Out the street for 96 days. After that, get back in the street, do your protest, but don't allow Trump, don't fall into his little trap, okay? So he thinks that you all know what's going on, so you got to make sure there are troops ready to go defend America, okay? When Americans are telling you what they want or don't want through protests, that's how it works here. And he knows it, but I don't think he really knows it. I misspoke. He doesn't know it because he's up here. He not only is he up here, but he's not even accepted up there because his poor white trash genes. And so basically, he's an outsider up there, even though he's giving them money, the rich people, so they can let him screw us. You guys are going to figure it out pretty soon. Pretty soon, you're going to figure it out. All right. Okay. I'll tell you about the money. I'll tell you about Trump. I'll tell you about Rock Sparrow. Well, here's one. This is what they like to do. These are the lies, man. When I was growing up, until Trump came in office, the lies used to be subtle, little subtle lies. When Trump comes in office, they're bold-faced lies in your face. And that's the mark of a, what do they call it, master of the universe. They'll lie in your face and you'll believe it. It's true. Okay, they'll tell you go sell your mom, go shoot your mom, or go sell your daddy, and you'll do it. That's the mark of a master universe, because that person has all kind of demons and evil in them, and they can do all kind of stuff with smells and odors and sounds and stuff. All right, so the last point here was, what was it? Trump. I hate how you all go double down, how he's put that gambling motif in our everyday conversation. And you'll hear double down, don't go there. Okay, what was that last thing? That last thing was about, lies, how they work these lies. All right. Words are extremely important. Words are extremely important. Which words you use, when you use them, how you use them, and the inflection. Really big deal. All right. This is what you hear. The country's divided. The country's divided. The country's divided. The country's divided. Okay. How many votes did Trump get? How many votes did he get? 95,000 votes. 95,000. Okay. We are 400 million people in America. He got 95,000. Okay, those people who voted for him. Those are people who are like believing this dollar ideology. They're just people who voted for him. Now, people who believe in his ideology may not be 95,000. It may be 50,000. Well, let's just say it's 100,000. I mean, 100 million. 100 million. It's 95 million, 100 million. It's millions, not thousands. So, how many people in America? 400 million. How many people voted for Trump? 95. Let's say 100. 100 million. Is that half? Is that divided? Divide is half. Isn't it? You divide something in half. I don't have anything I can break, but I mean, it's just like when you divide, when you divide something, you divide it in half. That's divide. Division means half. You're thinking half. That's a play on words. We're not divided. We're not a country divided. Oh no. 3/4 of us against 1/4. Okay. Okay. That's not divided. But they're feeding you that. They're feeding you that. Now, why would they feed you that lie? Everybody. The newscasters, everybody. Who owns the newscasters? The 1%. So why are they feeding you? The country's divided. The country's divided. Divide and conquer is the number one strategy in warfare. Divide and conquer. The number one strategy, divide and conquer. The country's divided. The country's not divided. No, hell no, it ain't. They're running polls up. This many people believe this. Forget the polls. Forget those polls. Speaking of polls, if Biden doesn't have a 21% lead on Trump going into the November election, he will lose. I guarantee you that one. He will lose. I don't care if you get everybody out to vote. The Russians, hackers, all these hackers out here, American hackers, Republican hackers, all these hackers out here, okay, they're influencing the American election. I told people at Revlon when I was working there about 3 years ago, I said, hey, we're on attack. We're in World War III. People don't even know it. So I was talking about Russia, Syria, America, Afghanistan, all that crap in there, okay? But I didn't know what the Lord meant when he said that through my mouth was the Russians were attacking the American Revolution, election. I did not know that. But the words came out of my mouth that we were under attack. But the Lord didn't share with me about what kind of attack it was or election, because I believe I was so busy working for the man to make a buck so I can eat. All right. Let's see. That's about it. I think I hit all those little notes I wanted to hit. I don't have the notes here. There's so much stuff happening so quickly. I'd be taking notes all day long. Things are happening. Okay. Get you some housekeeping real quickly. Ozium air spray. Ozium kills germs in the air. Lysol, of course, spray on you. Park your shoes at the door or outside. Don't bring it inside. Okay. Pets, I don't know what to tell you about that. Don't be kissing on your pets. I can tell you that, because they're going to kiss somebody, lick somebody, and they're going to maybe spread it. Get some 5-HTP. I take that 5-HTP as a mood enhancer. It helps me to be more positive. I had one today, so that's part of why I'm more effervescent, excuse me. Otherwise, I could be grouchy, but I'm going to take that other medicine and in fact do this one. All right, what else is there? Housekeeping, COVID. Let's see. Ozium, multivitamins. Take your multivitamins. I told you 5-HTP. There's a vitamin K. I haven't taken it, but they said that's good. But I do know echinacea is good, and I do know what's that other one? Turmeric is good too, but that's another one. I'm trying to remember what it is that I can't remember what it is. It's a zinc. That's it. Zinc. Take some zinc. Strengthen your immune system. Okay. Any questions, comments, suggestions? Appreciate it. Thank you for everything. I love you. Give me a call. God bless you. Love you. Each one bless one. Each one, please bless one. Please. God bless you. In Jesus' name.